Hi, my name is Jana Hall, and I'm here today to show you how to color in faces. Anya's and Ian's are perfect for learning to color faces because they have such wide open spaces to learn on. My primary coloring medium that I prefer to use are Copic markers. For my Copic markers, the type of ink that I like is Memento black ink, and the kind of paper that I prefer to use is Neenah white paper, although there are other paper and ink options. Just make sure that the ink and paper that you use are used specifically for Copic markers so that you get the best results possible. So let's get started. First, we're going to start off by inking up our image. And today I'm going to use the brand new Butterfly Anya. So I want to use my Memento pad or any dye-based ink that will dry quickly and won't bleed with your alcohol markers. I'm going to ink her up really well. Then I am going to stamp her on my Neenah paper, making sure I press down to get a good even coverage. And there we are. So let's first start by coloring in a base layer on her face. And what I like to do for my base layer is start with R00 pinkish white. And I simply go all over her face, coloring in the whole thing. There's really no technique for your base layer. You just want to kind of get pretty even coverage all across the face. And don't worry if you have some lighter or darker spots because you're going to be adding layers of color as you go. So there's my R00. My next color that I prefer to use is E00 Skin White. And what I do is I go up towards the hairline because this would be where the darkest shadow would be. And usually the sunlight or light source will hit kind of the center of the face. So I like to leave the center of the face uncolored with my E00. Just going over that R00 up by the hairline, around the face. And I prefer to kind of soften the center part so I leave curves so you don't have sharp angular lines. Set that to the side. Then finally I use E95, which is Flesh Pink. And this is my darkest color, and what I do is I create shadow with this. So right up against that hairline again, right around her cheek line where there would be some shadow, here by the hair again, just a thin line, because like I said, you're trying to get that shadow that would be created if the sunlight were to hit it. So I'm going to go all the way around here, getting that in. And then I also like, if the Anya or Ian's have some eyelashes, I kind of like to go over, because if you open your eyes, you'll see that there is a shadow that's created when your eyelashes are open. Alright, so now we're done with that. Finally, I go back with my R00 again and use it to blend out all the colors. And I simply start up at my darkest color. Actually, it really doesn't matter if you do that. I just try to get that dark color re-moistened and go over everything again, making those lines more subtle so that you just see the darkest hint of color, but you're not actually seeing the line of color. Go over that light spot again in the center. Go down here on her chin, by her chin and the bottom of her face, blending out that dark line. And now you have that. Finally, for her cheeks, and for all cheeks, I prefer to use E93, which is Tea Rose. Tea Rose has a really nice pinkish peach kind of quality to it, I found. And what I usually do is just on either side of her cheeks, I will kind of make a circle, like so, or an elongated oval, depending on what you think. Now, some people think that that might be a little too bright, maybe so. I personally don't mind it, especially when it dries, it kind of fades a little. But if you feel that that maybe is a little too bright, you can go back with your R00 pen again and just blend out the lines. And there you go. There is an Anya colored face. Pretty simple and easy. Thank you so much for joining me today and to learn how to create flesh colored Copic coloring. Thank you.